Hey everyone, Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a brand new 2016 album review. And today we're going to be looking into the new album from the band ERRA entitled Neon, which came out today through Sumerian Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with ERRA, they're a metalcore band based out of Birmingham, Alabama. They formed in, I believe, 2008 or 2009, and I'm not entirely sure. I discovered ERRA about 2 years ago when they were on the Sumerian 10-year anniversary tour with Born of Osiris after the burial and Upon a Burning Body, and I thought they were pretty good. But then I decided to check out their album they had at the time, their previous album being Drift. I thought was all right, and I decided to check out their other albums such as like Impulse or Augment. And I really dug it. Like they also had like different members and stuff, especially like different vocalists. Was doing sort of like the harsh vocalists, I should say. And of course this album, and like with ERRA's music, they're essentially our metalcore band, but they also have like sort of like progressive elements into their sound, which makes them kind of like stick out from different other metalcore acts, which a lot of people would consider them like progressive metalcore, which I think I definitely could consider them that. And of course, this album, new album, Neon, is the follow-up to their previous album being 2016's Drift. But this album live up or exceed what Drift has. In my honest opinion, I feel like it definitely has a bit. I feel like the instrumentation is pretty good, and the production is pretty solid, actually. Let's just go talk about the vocals, or the vocal work in general is pretty interesting. Let's talk about from JT Cavi's vocals. His yells and screams are pretty good. But like this is only the second album with the band. Like he sort of like has different vocals compared to like their previous two screamers being Garrison Lee and Ian Eubanks, I believe that's their names. Like I feel like JT has like more range with his yells and screams, which I believe he's pretty much a good fit for ERRA. And then the clean vocals from Jesse Cash, their lead guitar player. His clean singing is just really good. I feel like it has like a lot of substance to it, and the way he like sings, just and the way he sort of conveys it, so it just pretty much gets the message across. And his guitar shredding and soloing is really good, and Sean Price's rhythm guitar is really solid. Like he pretty much holds the foundation of the song, as well as Jesse sort of carries the melody of his solo playing. The bass playing is pretty audible. You can definitely hear some tracks have like moments where the bass actually sticks out. It's from their Connor Hesse, which was a touring member for ERRA, but I think that now he's an official member, and I think he played on this album. I'm not sure, because I know that Jesse and Sean actually tracked bass on some ERRA albums. I don't know if he played on this. I mean, he could. I think he has, but correct me if I'm wrong there. And the drumming from Alex Bellew, I believe. I've probably fucked his name up. His drumming is pretty solid. But without further ado, let's have this album track by track. Now, the album opens up with the song Breach, which kind of takes a little long to kick in. I really like the verses a lot, and both JT and Jesse sound awesome. And the solo, I kind of like dropped into like the third section of the song. I wasn't like too sure if I liked that or not. And I feel like the structure kind of reminds me of something of like some of their one of their song I believe was called Repeating Apologies. Then we go into Monolith, which seems kind of like a really good chugging guitars, and I just love the more guitars on this track is pretty good. Signal Fire, and the guitar is pretty much the most interesting so far in this song, and I really love the build-ups, and the bridge sort of like takes like a slow down before like the second good chorus, which I think is kind of unnecessary, but the guitar gets really creative in here, and same thing with like the different pedal for that solo, and the guitars play out through the last chorus, and I really love it. Next on the album is called Valhalla. And no, it's not a Blind Guardian cover, but I just really love the intro to the song. It's really good, and it has like just a solid minute of just JT, and it's just awesome. And I feel like the chorus sounds the most complete in my opinion, and they just sound mad on this song, and I just the last minute of the song is all right. hyper reality. I could definitely get into like the groove of this intro. It's very creative, and they really stepped up to the guitars, and it's a very groovy sounding things. Just sounds straight up like metalcore, or but also has sort of like a new metal feel, or I don't know. It just sounds really good, and I love the chorus. It's very easily you could sing along to it. Has a great solo in there. Ghost of Nothing. When I first heard the title, I just didn't really get the high hopes just because of the song. I mean, title or something, I don't know. But the song itself, when I first actually listened to it, it sounds really good. A lot of Jesse in the song. And the song is solid. Like the bridge is very excellent, and I really love how the bass sticks out during like the last 15 seconds, and it kind of like stuck for a couple songs. Disarray. I really love the vocal exchange, especially when Jesse sounds just as mad as JT. Tons of pleasant surprises in this song from every performer, and the slow melody sort of like chugging to Jesse yelling is just wow. And I sort of like the electronics behind JT gives it sort of like a really good feel to it in a way. Expiate. I really enjoyed the bass intro to the song. It just sounds very glorious. Yes, I really love where the guys pretty much go nuts on their guitars, and I sort of love hearing the bass go on again. And the bridge in general is pretty good, and the song seems kind of short, but it's all right, right? But then we go into Unify. I just really think this album is just really polyrhythmic, and just the rhythm parts of the song is just really good. I feel like the song over here is kind of slower, especially like during the solo. No, and then this song sort of fades out into the last song on the album being Ultimata, which I love sort of like the build up in the beginning, sort of like gets into like the first verse, and the chug is very real in the song, especially even the chorus. Yes, but I feel like it's pretty epic. Now, overall, I think I probably give a Neon by ERRA probably a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10, and I feel like the song structures could have been a little bit different, and I feel like there's some tracks I feel like they could have cut it a little bit, but overall it's a solid album. I definitely like it. So yeah, that's my review of Neon by ERRA, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and I'll see you all in the next video, and keep it metal.